President El-Sisi meets Maersk chairman to discuss green fuel projects and regional trade cooperation. Finance Minister says Egypt seeks closer fiscal and investment cooperation with Greece. And Egypt's newly elected Senate Speaker vows integrity and national service in his first address. President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi met today with Robert Maersk Agla, chairman of AP Moller Maersk, in the presence of Prime Minister Mustafa Madbouli and Suez Canal Authority Chairman Osama Rabia. The president highlighted Egypt's strategic partnership with Maersk and praised the company's projects to produce and supply green fuel for ships, reinforcing Egypt's position as a regional hub for container trade and clean energy production. Maersk chairman thanked President El-Sisi for Egypt's pivotal role in brokering the Gaza ceasefire and hosting the Sharm el-Sheikh Peace Summit, noting that these efforts will positively impact regional stability and Red Sea maritime operations. Finance Minister Ahmed Kojok said that Egypt is keen to enhance bilateral cooperation and exchange expertise with Greece in fiscal policies, taxation and customs systems to attract more joint investments. Speaking with his Greek counterpart on the sidelines of the IMF and World Bank meetings in Washington, Kojok emphasized the importance of expanding trade and investment between the two countries to reflect their long-standing strategic ties. He also encouraged greater Greek investment in Egypt's strategic sectors and highlighted Egypt's plans to boost private sector participation and expand the presence of Egyptian businesses in the Greek markets. President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi met today with Prime Minister Mustafa Madbouli and Civil Aviation Minister Sameh Hifni to review progress on the new Terminal 4 project at Cairo International Airport. The President was briefed that the new terminal will accommodate at least 30 million passengers annually, bringing the airport's total capacity to over 60 million. He stressed the importance of using advanced smart technologies and sustainable systems to make the terminal one of the most modern worldwide. President El-Sisi also called for boosting foreign investment through integrated zones around airports and ensuring strict adherence to environmental standards in line with Egypt's green economy vision and its target to attract 30 million tourists a year. For further analysis, we're joined from Cairo by the economy expert, Mr. Mohammed Yahya. Welcome to Qnews, Mr. Yahya. Now, what green fuel pathway with Maersk is Egypt prioritizing? With what annual offtake and when will bunkering start at Eastport Said Sukhna under full IMO safety compliance?
In the beginning, President's meeting today with Global Maersk is at appropriate time, especially after reaching ceasefire agreement between Israel and Gaza Strip or Hamas. The announcement of investments from Egypt with Maersk, which is the second largest company in logistics and mobility, is considered an achievement confirming the real Egypt's role and confirm Egypt's ability to regain the maritime movement or shipment in Suez Canal. As you know, with the beginning of the crisis, since the start of the crisis in Gaza, many sectors were affected in Egypt, especially Suez Canal, which is one of the most important foreign currencies attractives. The imports or the revenues of the World Bank last year were declined last year to $3 billion, or about $3 billion, compared to about $6 billion of the previous year. Egypt's heading to green investment is a global trend, as you know. Egypt is one of the countries participating in the agreement of combating or fighting green emission, fighting green gas. And so this is one of the factors or one of the things Egypt is doing, which is the green transformation to put framework for green investments in production and industry. Maybe Maersk has a project in 2022, since 2022, that they will head to transform the bio fuel to green fuel. Therefore, they put a plan for 2040. Their meetings with the president today tackled this part. They tackled the three project phases, which will start in 2026 to 2030. Maersk determines a production of about 30 billion tons of green fuel, which will be a great opportunity to interpret this to be reflected on Egypt's transformation to green investments. Egypt's government previously, especially the last 2 years, announced granting incentives to investors depending on green economy in manufacturing and production. Maybe these features and these measures, there is exemptions in equipment, raw materials used in industry and production, and the VAT. Also, there is cash incentives ranges from 33% to 35%. Going back to Maersk, I think these measures are at its appropriate time, and on the very appropriate time, reflecting their leadership reading to the situation and in seizing the opportunity to lay a foreign and international footprint which will enhance job opportunities, cooperation among many companies, whether in logistics or different manufacturing sectors.
Sir, what concrete Suez Canal incentives toll reductions for low-emission vessels, priority transit, and digital queuing will lock in Egypt as a regional green shipping hub and also stabilize the Red Sea schedules.
If the government, Egyptian government adopted the complete support and giving the opportunity, the space to the private sector, therefore there will be a proper prioritizing by the government leaders to grant incentives and privileges for those who will work in East Port Said. I think the upcoming period will show this clearly, especially that Egypt and the whole region needs more investment inflow, not only in Egypt or Suez only, but in the whole area, especially after the damages as a consequences of Gaza war. Therefore, this project will be a gate and an opportunity to reconstruct Gaza greatly.
Well, from Cairo, that was economy expert Mr. Mohammed Yahya. Thank you so much for joining us on Qnews. Moving on, Egypt's newly elected Senate Speaker, Councillor Hassan Farid, delivered his first address after taking office, pledging to uphold national responsibility and serve the country with integrity and dedication. Farid congratulated members on earning public trust and praised President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi's leadership in rebuilding the nation. He highlighted Egypt's regional role as a stabilizing power, citing its efforts to protect borders, support Sudan's peace, and defend Palestinian rights amid Israel's war on Gaza. The Senate Speaker emphasized that the chamber remains a vital legislative and consultative body committed to strengthening democracy, combating extremism, and promoting social cohesion across Egypt. Egypt's Ministry of Religious Affairs has launched new awareness videos warning against violence towards women and children as part of its national campaign, Correct Your Concepts. The ministry said that true strength lies in mercy, not violence, citing the Quranic verse that says, "And live with them honorably." A second video warned that violence does not raise mercy built, quoting the Prophet saying, "He is not one of us who does not have mercy on our young and does not respect our elders." The campaign aims to correct harmful social behaviors and promote compassion, tolerance, and family harmony in Egyptian society. Deputy Prime Minister for Human Development and Minister of Health Khalid Abdel Ghaffar said that artificial intelligence has become a core part of achieving human development through education, health, and improved quality of life. Speaking at the opening session of Egypt's first International Artificial Intelligence Conference, Abdel Ghaffar stressed that AI should be treated as essential infrastructure for human capital, just like electricity. He warned that without upgrading skills to match AI technologies, 1 billion people, about 25% of the global population, could face challenges leading to losses worth $30 trillion worldwide. He emphasized that AI does not replace humans, but enhances their role in driving sustainable development. Cairo University President Mohammed Sami Abdel Sadiq said that sessions at the International Artificial Intelligence Conference address key topics including AI in healthcare, fintech, cybersecurity, and its role in advancing higher education and research. Abdessadeh highlighted the creation of Cairo University's first intellectual property investment company to transform research outcomes into productive ventures that strengthen Egypt's innovation-driven economy. He reaffirmed the university's leadership in shaping AI policies nationally and globally, and expressed hope that the conference will produce a comprehensive roadmap for the safe and responsible use of artificial intelligence in sustainable development. And that brings us to the end of our news bulletin. But before we wrap up, here is a recap of the top stories making headlines this hour. President El-Sisi meets Maersk's chairman to discuss green fuel projects and regional trade cooperation. Finance Minister says Egypt seeks closer fiscal and investment cooperation with Greece. And Egypt's newly elected Senate Speaker vows integrity and national service in his first address. And that's it for our bulletin. For more stories and live updates, follow Qnews on YouTube, Facebook, X, Instagram, and TikTok at QNewsEG to always stay informed. From all of us here, thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned for more news coming up and analysis, of course, here on Qnews.